Hey, okay. How's it going? Good. I'm glad it's working today. Can put your headphones in again so that we can hear you? Because I think that was part of what helped last time. Yeah. Hello, hello. I'm trying to see. Hi, Crystal. So we're gonna give it like another minute or so. Um, hey, Billy. So today, you guys, we're gonna talk about attraction and thirst. So I wanted to pick something that was a little fun, a little bit lighthearted, something that we could just kind of laugh about. But if you have any questions, type them in the comment section as they come in. We're going to answer them, okay? I hope you guys are safe and healthy right now. It's raining outside and very cold, ridiculously cold. I don't understand this. I have my heater running right now. Like, I never have my heater on and it's on. Yo, check it though. I got my bill for utilities for last month and it was $13. $13. I was like, what? So that's why mine is running like, oh, y'all ain't really charging me right now. Okay, let me go ahead. Oh, it's nice and warm in Dallas. Lucky. Enjoy it. I wish I could have some Dallas heat right now. That would be nice. Yeah, okay. So, a little background information for you guys, just in case this is new for you. We're Generation J. We work with the Genesee Center. We're actually a division within the Genesee Center, and one of the things that we work on, we focus, is prevention around domestic violence. And so we talk a lot about healthy relationships, getting in them, developing them, um, what's normal, what's not, what's expected, what's not, just so that people, especially young people, could have the information early so they know what's okay, what's acceptable, what's not okay, what's not acceptable. So that's our main goal for what we're doing today for all of our IG lives. And we are live every Thursday at 3 o'clock. And yeah, please feel free to join in the conversation. Again, we're talking about attraction and thirst. So if you have any questions, any comments, anything you want us to talk about, drop it in the comments box and we'll respond. But let's go on ahead and get started. So you want to ask the first question, Aaron? So I think all three are very important. For me personally, what will get me to stay is if there's an emotional kind of connection. So while physical will get me in the door, to be 100% honest, physical will get me in the door. If the emotional attraction is off, then I'm probably not going to be there for long. And intellectual is important too. It may not be as important for me particular, but if I find out that you're kind of stupid, yeah, that's gonna be short lived too. Yeah. So, what do you think, and what do you think influences what what you find attractive? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when I ask you like influences, I mean like what do you think impacts what you find attractive? Maybe not necessarily, yeah, what you find, but what, yeah, yeah, like is it like societal things? Like are there like is there a certain like image that you were taught was the type of person that you want to go after? And like how was what you choose influenced by the outside? Okay. Okay. I think that's interesting. I know media definitely had a play for me, but I think it was in a different way. I think probably because of what I was consuming. Um, growing up in the 90s, I was very big into like music and like film and things like that. And especially like the whole 90s hip hop aesthetic, like especially like if you think about like Boys in the Hood or like how much I was in love with Tupac, like the type of men that I, especially when I was younger, found myself really really attracted to were men who played out masculinity in those ways because that's what I knew and that's what I liked. And I think as I've grown older, we probably touch on it a little bit later. As I've grown older, it's shifted a bit, but some of that is still very present. And it's something that I kind of battle with because there is one part of that is like, this is just what I like. But there's the other side of, but is this really healthy for anybody who is participating in this? Is it healthy for me? Is it healthy for them? So that's kind of the question that I keep getting presented with for myself. But media definitely influenced it. My parents divorced when I was young. And so, I mean, and I know that for the church was like a big part of like my upbringing as well and kind of framed the way I think or framed the way I think about things now. But I don't know if I would say that was a influence for me per se. Towards the type of people I was attracted to. If anything, it was a deterrent. Because the type of people that I grew up around were, I don't know how you say this. They weren't people that I wanted to emulate for the most part. So I think that was probably the big part of it. Was a lot of the people that I grew up around, I wasn't really interested in kind of following in their footsteps. But yeah, so you talked a little bit about this, but what are the traits that your ideal person has? Oh Lord. He said, but so basically Beyonce. Call him out. Call it out. And I agree. I think I'm very, especially I think coming into it as, because I am a mother, I do have a child. I'm very, very particular right now about who I'm willing to bring around her, who I'm willing to bring within my family, because I don't want her repeating a lot of the same mistakes that I made, or chasing after the same type of guys. I want her to be able to see something healthy and pursue that, you know? Like that, that's the big thing. So if I were to go to my list, because I have a list too, it's shorter. It's like 7 things right now. But peaceful is my number one. Like, I don't even think physical is on here. I don't have anything physical on my list. But peaceful, no, don't tell them that. Don't tell that lie. Do not tell that lie. Because that is a part, there's somewhere in there. I am judging that. No. Don't tell that lie. No, don't have no crazy people in my inbox. I don't have the time. No, but for me, my number one is peaceful. My number one, like, you just have to have a sense of peace about yourself, you know, at home with yourself. I don't want to bring any kind of drama into my house. Like, I don't need it. I don't want it. Transparent and honest, like, 100%. Like, I need to be able to trust you. I need to be able to know that what you're saying and what you're doing is honest, and that's the way you move forward. Ambitious, hardworking. I can't have nobody I need to take care of a raise, like, straight up. You have to already have that set. Generous, because I've realized that, you know, I'm a Capricorn, and I like stability, and I like the finer things. I like expensive things. So I'm not even gonna apologize for that. You need to be able to be generous with your time, with your money, with your energy. Be generous with it all. Because I am too, honestly. If this shoe was on the other foot, the same thing. You would be getting that from me ×2. So, can happily. This is like a big one. So if you can happily be arm candy for me, like, I would love that. So maybe that is my physical. You just be arm candy and be happy about it. Don't be mad. Like, if we're like out doing something, like, my dream, one of my big dreams is I want an Oscar. I'm gonna get an Oscar for directing. Like, that's my goal. That's one of the things I'm working towards. I want somebody who is secure enough in themselves that they would have no problem walking the red carpet with me, being on my arm, and letting me still be the center of attention and it not be a big deal. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, like their pride kind of gets in the way of those kind of things. I don't want to deal with that. Like, no, you need to be able to be willing to, you know, have my back the same way you would expect me to have yours. You know? Exactly. Yeah. So I'm not dogging, like, the attractiveness. I definitely think, yeah. Yes, more chestnut. I'm not even going. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Honestly, yeah, that's accurate. You can say that. So let me see. Thank you. But then, yeah, I want somebody, and I think I'll wrap up with this one. I want somebody who is smarter than me. Someone who is at least very intellectually stimulating, someone who I could talk to, have deep conversations, who is a reader, who, is into like, oh yes, definitely Idris Elba, but who is into like different things and loves learning and would love to learn with me or to teach me stuff because I'm always open to learning. I'm always open to growth, and so I want someone who is like that. So that would be my list. But yeah. I think maybe not from this current list, but from the past, like when I was younger, I've definitely found myself like attracted to people who were like the opposite of what I thought I wanted, and at the time, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. But usually, what ended up happening is that my list started changing because I was open at the time. I was kind of open, so my thought process, oh, well, there's a trait there that I like. I think that's when peaceful jumped on my list because I dated someone who was really like so even tempered and just so calm and so cool that it was like, oh, that's something that I definitely want in my life. Ambition jumped on my list one time because of that. I met somebody who like had no doubts of what he wanted and just went for it. And I was like so blown away by that because I'd never seen anybody who had done that before. And so like that's how things ended up getting on my list. So I'm open. I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like openness is a good trait, because then you kind of you get a chance to see, oh, okay, that's what I like. Oh, okay, that's what I want. So do you think? Go ahead. Do you think sometimes that people put things on the list that they don't have? So are you meaning like are they putting like traits on the list that they don't personally possess, or that the person that they're in a relationship don't have, or something like that? So I guess I'm asking for a little clarification. I agree to an extent. I agree with the part that yeah, there are definitely people. I'm one of them people who have things on my list that I haven't exactly met up to yet. And I agree that for me, I need to build up to that point as well. Like if I want to get to a certain level, I need to be able to match that level, like straight up. But I don't know how much, and I think this might just be me. Well, I'm willing to build together. I don't know how much I'm willing to wait to let somebody catch up. I think that would be my question: is are we building together if we're already starting off on different levels? Like I don't know. Especially if I'm on a level above someone else, I don't know if I'm the person to help them catch up to me or anything, and then move on together. That might not be my struggle anymore. I say anymore because I've been there in the past, and I don't want that struggle anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry, let me see what this is. So, well, to get what I want on my list, I'm going to need some lipo and the winning lottery numbers. Well, I mean, I think all of us have like certain things that we're willing to work on, right? To get to where we want to go. I think, yeah, I think it's just being willing to put in that work. I've heard that, do you think more women feel that way or more than men? Hold on, I think we lost Aaron. Hold on. Hey, you okay? What happened? Yeah. Oh, okay. No. No. And that's a big sticking point for me. I don't know if women feel I don't know. For me, I know for me that's a hard no. I know there's a lot of women though that are willing to do that. And just for me, I think it's just because of my past experiences. I don't think I would be willing to do that again. Like I want somebody to be at my level or above me. I don't want anybody below working from beneath me. So, oh, you just got excited. I saw that face. I saw your face. You was like, oh. No. And I mean, let me put it, even in the times when I've really, really wanted to, like there've been times when I've really, really wanted to be like that person who just was like, look, he's available, just go. It never works. Like, I'm, mm-mm. I'm like, no, let's not do that. And I think for me, it makes sense. And I think for me, it's always been more of a physical thing. Like, I think it's like, oh, I don't want to be single because I don't want to, like, not be active out here in these streets. But then it does end up running back to me, like, but is it really worth it? Like, and that's been, like, a lot of my lesson, especially when I was younger. It's like, girl, just go sit down. Like, calm down, breathe. You're okay. You're not gonna die today. You'll be all right. And like, and building up that level of maturity too, because, not everything, just because he's available doesn't mean he's worth the time. Just, yeah. And, I see that comment about you dating your cousin, bruh. I need that story. Yeah, I need that story. We gonna have to share that one a little bit later in the future. But have you ever dealt with somebody who just wouldn't get the hint? I mean, she ain't wrong. I had a guy do that to me one time when I was like 18. Like I literally just turned 18. I told you this story. I don't know if I haven't told everybody else this story. So I graduated high school early. Um, and I was done with high school in the middle of my senior year. So I finished high school December 2003, excuse me, and went on to college that January 2004. And I went to an SDA school. I was raised Seventh Day Adventist, so I went to a Seventh Day Adventist school up in Massachusetts. Okay, I definitely think I told you this story. Yeah, cause and my first day there, I met this guy. He was a Haitian guy, and he was just extra flirting. He was flirting extra hard, like ridiculously hard. And I was like, okay. He was okay looking. I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. He would come and hang out with me at the dorm all the time, and it was always awkward. It was always weird. I don't know. But and he would call me on the phone, and one night he called me and he was like, you know, I just pray that one day you're going to find yourself a good husband. He's going to be a pastor, and he's going to be this and he's that. And I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, he's describing himself. Because that was what he was trying to do. And I'm like, oh, no, no, no. I was like, yeah, but I'm 18. Like, I literally just turned 18. I'm not trying to be nobody's wife no time soon. When I tell you he flipped on me, like he was yelling and screaming at me for saying that I was not ready to be somebody's wife. I was like, I'm 18. So I had to cut him off after that. He then later tried to pull that same move on my roommate. Like the next school year, he tried to do the same thing with my roommate. And we had to warn her. We was like, yo, he just looking for his wife right now. Everybody he comes in contact with is his wife. Like, chill out. No. But then it's funny though, because when I look at that question, I've been that person too. Like many times I have been that person who just would not take the hint. Like Angie said, there's some women be feeling like we could change somebody. I could grow on you. You're going to love me eventually. I'm going to keep working, and you're going to, and that's just a great way to be somebody's mule. Like, just stop doing that. I just want everybody to stop doing that. Like, it's not worth it. But, yeah. I see what you said. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. I'm not trying to clown on Haitian men, but I will say that one in particular had cured me of that ailment. But so what have you ever known someone who just rolled from one relationship to the next? Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think, I've definitely known like people who've rolled from one relationship to the next. I think that had the situation been different, I probably would have been one of those type of people. I think, I don't know how to explain this. My situation almost, my type, the type of person I am almost prevented that, I think. Um, I don't know what it was specifically about me that made it be like I couldn't do that. Like I would have long like just breaks between relationships, like really like years long sometimes. And I think that was more, if anything, it was just more of a force for me to like go sit down and go calm down. And that I think helped me. But I've also known, because I've had a lot of friends who never experienced that ever, never was single for longer than like a week or two, you know, and I would always, and I used to be like envious of them until later, and when I was like, oh, but there's problems here. Like, yeah, you can get into a relationship real easy, but y'all can't maintain it or stay in one because you're not really giving yourself the time to even heal from the last one. And I've been forced, like I've literally been forced to know you're not going to find nobody, you're not going to meet nobody you're going to like, nothing is going to happen for this next year. You're not allowed to do it. And so that's why I say for me, it's always been different. I think if it happened any other kind of way, I probably would have been the same way. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. In the many times that I've done, like, it's just because you want attention. Like, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, I want attention. Why are you guys not paying attention to me? Like, hello, I'm here and I'm cute. Do I have to post a bathing suit picture for you to pay attention to me now? Is that how I have to get you? Like, I've done it. No. I mean, look, I'm just thankful that my little heyday happened before, like, stories, before Snapchat, before Instagram. Like, my whole little period was way before all of this. So I don't have to really worry about certain things popping up again. Because I wanted attention. I just wanted attention. And it's rarely ever set for like one particular person because unfortunately, like we said before, I have definitely been that person who didn't get the hint. I've definitely been that person who was too forward, and so it was never like especially like once I got into high school or college, it was never oh, Katrina has a crush on somebody and she's just keeping it quiet and secret to herself. Like, no, he knew. Because I was putting it out there pretty obviously, like, oh, I like you. Oh, I want to talk to you. Oh, da da da. And but it was never like, I've never like done anything in particular for like that one person. Like, I'm just trying to get this one person's attention. No, I just wanted attention. And whoever was around that was gonna give it to me, I would take it at that time. Like, you like my picture, eh? Okay, let's talk. That was kind of the space I was in. Like I said too, most of the time when that happened, whatever happened, it didn't work out. It didn't go far. Like, it just was, it was just me just looking for attention at the time. But I've definitely been that person. I'm a little bit ashamed to admit that. I think. Yeah. And laugh at it we shall. Because, wow. Cause man, I have stories for days. I wish some of these stories were appropriate to tell, cause I would tell them so fast. I know. Maybe I have to think about one. How could I edit a story? So there was one time. Okay, cause this picture is actually still posted, and this was back when I was like, man, let me tell you, like, you know me now. I'm cute now, but there was a time when I was like really, really fine. Like, I just want you to know this. That there was a time when I was like really, 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 really fine. Like, gorgeous. At least in my mind, I was freaking gorgeous. So I went to New York to hang out with one of my friends for the weekend. I don't remember what weekend it was, but one of her friends was in town too from another school. And there was this outfit. Because we were going to a reggae club. And there was this outfit that I wore that night because all I wanted was attention. And it was like this super like deep cut. So like shirt top that like was open all the way to my navel, right? And I had like this black bra on and this really, really short skirt and these heels. And she took a picture of me in that outfit. Man, first of all, I thought I was doing something. But second, like it was only for the attention I was going to get when I stepped out that door. It was all for the attention. Yeah. And it was like, cause at the time I couldn't have been more than 20. I doubt I was 21 when I did that. And it was literally just because it was New York. I'm going out. New York has, I told you I had a certain type. And then you have, early 2000s New York when all the dudes was wearing all them baggy, like, the baggy jeans and the North Face and and the Timbs and stuff. Like, that was what I was going for. So that was the uniform. That was my little thirst trap to catch some, catch a couple fish. Let's see what we can get. Yes. Let's see what we can find. You couldn't tell me nothing. I do have that picture though, still of that outfit. That is like, well, if you follow me on my own page, it is posted on my page because I wrote a book. I wrote a couple books, but a couple years ago I wrote a book, and part of like my promo for it was posting like pictures of myself at certain ages and like kind of explaining what was going on in my head when I wrote these pictures, when I took these pictures or what was going on. And so it's there and it's available. So if you follow me, if you're really willing to go scroll back, it's up there. But it was just a crazy thirst trap that I put out there. But yeah, that's it. Anybody else have any more questions? What are y'all thinking? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, if nothing else, I'll give you a little bit of updates from our side. We are, like Aaron mentioned, we are currently working on a podcast that we will be releasing soon, so look out for that. Again, we will be doing our IG lives every week, so the podcast will come out every other week on a Friday. And our IG lives are every week on Thursday at 3 o'clock. We will be doing a few other things, so look out for them. I think we have an expert Zoom planned, and we're going to have like some hangouts and things like that. So just look out for some notifications. We'll always post it. We'll always let you guys know and bring them up. So, but yeah, if that's it. Anything else? Yeah, for sure. And thank you guys for joining us. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.